predictably, the rural parts of Alberta retain, let's say, the strongest sense of patriotism towards their de facto nation because they are less transient. They are more connected with just the nature, the biology, the heritage of the place. And whereas urban people tend to be transient just by their nature, and also if they grew up in the city, they're less connected to the historic Alberta. So the but you're pointing to, I think, two. So what are the big concerns we're facing right now? So we're in May, and we've got 5 or so months until the referendum. I think there are two big challenges we're facing. Like you touched on one of them. That is how to engage with broader demographics, and the two would be how to either engage with or counteract what I call regime media or legacy media, because it just seems to me, and this last week was an incredibly brutal time in terms of attacks from regime media, that we have these two big problems. One is that there is a portion of the Albertan electorate that have only heard demonization of Alberta independence, that they're just right-wing nut jobs or whatever, and that is inaccurate. It doesn't address the actual concerns. And then we have this media landscape that has easily $2 billion of taxpayer funding. And so we really lack, let's say, a broader intellectual elite. It's not zero, but it's a David versus Goliath fight. So as much as we can identify and support people in the intellectual world, I know a professor at the University of Lethbridge. She's afraid to come out and speak openly because of retribution. Barry Cooper is one at the University of Calgary. But as much as we can lean on them and raise their stature, I think that is healthy. So we have this challenge of the chattering classes being so heavily against this, and then also finding a way to better message ourselves to meet the different constituencies. And in particular, I've mentioned this to a few people, the RFK constituency. So here in the United States, we have this Make America Healthy Again movement, and it brought together a different constituency of independents, of people who wanted, let's say, more bodily autonomy, who wanted things like raw milk, or they're just the almost like crunchy hippie types who didn't fit into the Liberal Party or Democratic Party box. And that, to me, is really where there is low-hanging fruit for growth of the movement. Reaching out to people who, for example, want medical choice, who feel like they don't want a monopoly, they want alternative treatments. They should be able to access those things more easily, but we have a very dysfunctional and anti-competitive medical system in Canada, and Alberta can obviously change that overnight.
Yeah, that's so